This sausage is probably the only sausage in the world that has saved lives. In 1497, the Portuguese gave the Jewish people that were in Portugal a choice: either leave the country or convert to Christianity. Between 1540 and 1794, about 1,100 Jews were killed in Portugal. Some Jews did flee the country, some Jews were converted to Christianity, and some Jews said they converted but were still practicing their Jewish faith. The reason this sausage was so important to them is because back then, especially in the northern area of Portugal, almost everybody those days would have pigs, they would make sausages, and literally you would see sausages hanging around the house just aging or going through the smoking process. So the Jewish people, in order to disguise that they have converted to Christianity, made a sausage that didn't contain any pork. So this sausage, named Alheira, is stuffed with bread, sometimes chicken, sometimes things like veal or game meats like quail, rabbit, but never pork back in those days. And this allowed the Jewish people to disguise themselves as Christians. Back in those days, in the 1500s, the Jewish people would make it from non-pork, but nowadays, if you read the package on almost every Alheira you could get, it's going to contain pork. So just be aware of that if you don't want to eat pork. You'll see it throughout Portugal. Often it's served, with French fries or boiled potatoes. Sometimes it's accompanied with vegetables like asparagus, and quite often a fried egg right on top. The cooking technique could vary a lot also. So you could do it in the forno, the oven. You could do it like just frying it up in a pan, like just with a little bit of oil. Or a very traditional way, especially in the northern part of Portugal, is just to completely deep fry it. And when you deep fry it, the skin does just completely peel away and you discard that. The most famous alheiras of this type are produced in the city of Mirandela. This area is also protected with what they call a GIP certification, Protected Geographical Indication. When sausages are made with this specific certification, they have to be made to exact standards and only can be made in that area of Portugal. So today I'm going to use the oven to cook my sausage. I like using the oven because it's really easy. You don't have to get out, a few quarts of oil to deep fry it, but you can pan fry these also over like low heat. All right, to begin with, almost any technique you use, you do want to poke the skin with either a fork, a really small knife, or toothpick. So just put a bunch of little holes in there. This allows the steam to escape. I do have my oven preheated. We'll just put a little bit of olive oil in here. I like to coat it in a little bit of olive oil to aid in the crispiness of it. So now the sausage is ready. Pretty simple. I'm going to throw it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to check the sausages after 5 minutes. It's starting to get a little color, but it's not quite there yet. All right, the sausage cooked for about 10 minutes. It did explode. That happens quite a bit with these. Like I said, when I deep fried it before, the skin immediately peels off. So it could be the type of sausage, but that's okay. That happens quite a bit. It doesn't look as nice, but when I worked in hotels, sometimes stuff like that would happen all the time. Cover it in sauce, fry an egg and put it on top. Everything looks good. It's still delicious. Such a unique sausage because it almost tastes like stuffing a little bit. It's really soft on the inside. It's almost like they made bread stuffing and put in shredded meat and spices and garlic. And, you can see it's just really soft, a little crispy on the outside, which is great. So for now, I'll transfer this over to this plate. Now, in this nice olive oil and the oil that came out of the sausage, I'm going to cook my French fries. Just follow the instructions that came on your package of French fries. All right, I cooked my French fries for about 7 minutes. And then the last step is to fry an egg to put on top. Again, in the same olive oil and fat that was released from the sausage. Just bathe that egg in that delicious olive oil. You want to do this last step over very low heat. Now the egg is cooked. Put your French fries around the sausage and that nice sunny side egg right on top. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the history of this famous Portuguese sausage, Alheira. Once again, thank you for joining me. Now go cook for someone you love.